So what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Megahouse Variable Action Heroes One Piece USOPP. So let's get into it right away and start off with the box. So we do get a basic style box for Megahouse's One Piece line. We do get the one right there in the front of the box on the left side. On the top says One Piece. We do get an image of the Usopp figure on the right, says Usopp on the bottom, toy animation, and Megahouse. And then the bottom of it has the blah 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 stuff that nobody cares about. And we do get a cool image of Usopp there. And then here is the top of the box. And here is the one side of it with another cool image of the figure at the bottom. And then there's the other side of the box. And then the back of it shows a few poses you can get the figure into along with some of the accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure open and take a closer look at the Sniper King. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look at Longnose here, and Megahouse did a pretty damn good job with the paint and sculpt. There's a few minor paint issues, and I do have two major complaints or issues, and one of them is you can't get his arms all the way down to the side. And that kind of irritates me a bit, because you don't stand around with your arms out like that. I wish his arms were running parallel with his body and legs, so that is one disappointing thing about the figure. Another one is his leg joints. Now they do shift down, but it has that issue where you move one, and the other one moves with it, and that's just really irritating. But what's even more irritating is he has loose leg joints. Like, as you can see, like, come on, Megahouse, what is that? That's stupid. I don't know why these leg joints are so loose, but that is so frustrating. Because when you try to get him in a wide standing pose, his legs go all the way out to the sides, or they won't fully go, like, just stay when you move them up. Now it's staying now, but it goes right back down. So those are two major complaints that I do have with this figure. But let's get into the detail here. The face sculpt looks great. I think they captured the likeness of Usopp very well. He does have the long nose, which is why they call him that. Very nice sculpt and paint on the eyebrows there. And the eyes look good, nice paintwork on them. I just feel like the pupils are off. The right one is up a little bit more, while the left one isn't as high. So that's a little minor issue right there, but the paint looks good on the eyes. Nice paintwork and sculpt on the mouth. Usopp does have that weird looking mouth, but they did put some nice paint shading in it. And then we do get his little beard right there, so nice paint and sculpt on that as well. Then we do get these pieces around his ears. They kind of look like headphones, and they did a nice job with them. It's just a little bit of sloppy paintwork here and there on them, where the black for the hair meets the skin tone. Very clean paintwork. I do have some specks of black paint on his forehead, but nice sculpt work on the hair there, on the head, so nice job with that. And then we do get his ponytail puff afro here, and they did a good job sculpting it. There is no paint shading on the hair, but it's really not needed. So good job on the head sculpt and the face there. And then they did a good job sculpting the neck and the torso and the arms and everything. Nice sculpt work on the muscle definition. I do have some specks of paint on his neck, and then the upper torso, and then on the side of his torso, and on the other side. So as I said, a few minor paint issues, but I do like that they added a very subtle paint shading throughout the skin tone. Gives the figure a nice touch, even on the arms as well. A nice sculpt and paint on the arms there. Same with on this side. Then we do get the forearm band, wristband thing that he has, and they did a very nice job with the paintwork on it. Nice clean paint where the blue meets the white all throughout it. So very good job on that piece there. Then we do get these straps which connect from his pants, and then they go over to the other side of his pants. And I think they are glued to the upper torso only. They aren't glued to the lower part of the torso, the midsection, as you can see right there. But very nice job with the sculpt, and I believe they are painted. And there's the back of the figure, nice sculpt and paint. I do have a little issue there. I don't know what that is. It does not look like paint. Now for the pants here, very nice sculpt and paintwork on it. I love this, the fur looking piece here, how it runs down the front and then all the way to the back. And I love the paintwork on it. They added like a darker gray over like the lighter gray, and it just looks really good. And very nice sculpt on it. And then we get this piece in the front with the brown and the gold button looking pieces. Very nice paint and sculpt on that. Then we do get the straps connected to the pants here. I just have a little bit of silver paint on the strap on that side. Then the pants, I love all the sculpted wrinkles, and I love how they put paint shading in the sculpted wrinkles. It just really It makes the figure look that much better on this side. On the back we get some sculpted wrinkles up there around the waist, down at the thighs right there, and then the paint shading. So very nice job with the pants here, even on the inside of the legs as well. And then I love how they blended the knee joints. They blend in pretty much perfectly. They did an excellent job with it, and they sculpted wrinkles on them and added in the paint shading on both sides. So very nice job with the knee joint. And the lower legs, nice sculpt on the bottom of the pants and the paint, and then we'll get this piece right here that's wrapped around his leg. And I like how they sculpted some wrinkles on it. This side I feel like they needed to add more of the gray paint because you could see the yellow on it, and same with on the back. Then I have like some black paint right there. So a little bit of sloppy paint work. Then we do get a little bit of his lower legs, and then we get the boots, which look really nice on this figure. I think they did an excellent job sculpting the wrinkles and just sculpting the boots period, and then adding the paint shading. Very nice job with the boots. They look dope. And there's the back of them there. Nice sculpt work on the back. And then we do get the soles at the bottom. Not much going on there. I mean, overall, besides the few issues and complaints I have, I think they really executed the detail very well on this Usopp. They took him directly out of the anime and put him in figure form. So I'm pretty satisfied with the paint and sculpt. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, we get a ton of great stuff included with Usopp. We do get 4 interchangeable faces and 2 interchangeable hair pieces. So we do get this face here, and that comes on the figure out of the packaging that we took a look at before. And this is the serious type looking face. And they did do a very nice job with it. I just have a little bit of black paint on the forehead there on the skin tone, so we do get that one. And then we do get the smirking face while he's looking off to the right, and they did a great job on this one as well. I do have a speck of black paint on the forehead once again, so we do get that one. And then we get the smiling, winking face, and they did a good job from the nose up, but around the lips and the teeth, they did a terrible job. As you can see, the lips on the left side of Usopp's mouth is much darker compared to the right side, and that's because they didn't fully paint his lips on the right side, and that's really disappointing for the price that you pay for these figures. I have some pink paint bleeding onto the white teeth, and then I have some specks of white paint and black paint on his lips, and some black paint on his forehead, so very bad job with the paint on that face. And then finally we get this face here with his mouth open a little bit and the goggles on like he's ready to shoot his slingshot. And they did a decent job with it. The goggles seem to be on a little crooked though, and the paintwork around the mouth and the teeth are a tiny bit sloppy. Nowhere near as bad as the last face though. So we do get those 4 interchangeable faces. We also get 2 interchangeable hair pieces. Now we get this one here, which is meant for Usopp when he's not wearing his hat. And we do have 3 pegs on it for the face there. And they did a nice job with the paint and sculpt. So we do get that one. And then the back we have the ball peg for the ponytail. And then we get this one here with the peg on top of his head, which is meant to peg into the hat that he comes with. And a nice job with the paint and sculpt again. Then we do get the ball peg at the end for his hair. And then we do get this hat, and I love that paint shading. They did a beautiful job with that. And the sculpt looks great on it too. And then there's the peg insert for the peg for that one head, and you just peg it in like so. And the way you interchange Usopp's faces and hair pieces, you take the hair piece and line it up with that peg and peg that in. Then you take one of the faces, line up the pegs, and then peg that in like so. Then you take his ponytail and then just pop it on the ball peg right there. Now let me just let you know, when you interchange the faces or the hair pieces, make sure Usopp is standing on a flat surface, or you have the figure laying down on something, because once you unpeg this, the figure is going to fall once you unpeg the face and the hair piece. So just be careful when you interchange the faces for Usopp. So we do get that stuff, and then we also get an extra pair of Usopp's goggles, and they did a pretty good job with these, and they seem to be the right size for the figure's head too. And they are like a softer rubbery type plastic, but nice job with the paint and sculpt. And these are just meant to go around Usopp's neck when you don't have the face with the goggles on, so you just put it on like that. So pretty cool that they gave us an extra set of goggles. And then we also get Usopp's bag, which is where he keeps his ammo. Very nice job with the bag. I love the sculpted wrinkles there, and the paint shading looks great on it also. Very nice job with that. And we get the silver part up here. It doesn't come apart, so don't try to think it opens, because you will break it. And very nice job where the strap connects to the bag also. And the strap is like a softer rubbery type plastic, And to get it on Usopp, just slide it under one of his arms and then over his neck there. And then there you go, you have it resting on his shoulder, and it looks pretty cool once you have it on the figure. So we do get Usopp's bag. And then we also get 2 of Usopp's slingshots. So we do get this one here where he's not firing anything. And they did a very nice job with these. I do like the pouch at the end. Nice sculpt and paintwork on it. I like how they added paint shading on the pouch as well. Then we do get these shorter strings that connect to the rest of the slingshot here. And I like how they sculpted these X's and painted them, because it looks like the strings actually connect to those pieces. And the rest of the slingshot, nice work on the handle. The one thing though, the handle, the paint on it, it's going to rub off when you have these on his gripping hands. I mean, it's bound to happen. It's not avoidable. So just to give you a heads up about that. So we get that one. And then we do get this one here with the longer strings on it, like he's about to fire something at you. Nice sculpt and paint on the pouch there. And the longer white strings connect to these pieces. And just to let you know, don't tug on these strings because they're really not glued in with the best glue. One of them popped out on me and I just super glue it, so just be careful with that. And then the rest of the slingshot, nice job on the handle there. We got the paint rub. So we do get those 2 slingshots. And then we finally get 9 interchangeable hands. So we do get a pair of fists, of course, which come on the figure out of the packaging. And very nice sculpt work on these. And I love how Megahouse always puts paint shading on the interchangeable hands on their figures. So very good job with the fist. And all the hands are very simple to interchange. So we do get a pair of those. And then we also get a pair of gripping hands where the fingers are molded to the thumb there. Very nice paint and sculpt again on these. So good job with those. We get a pair of gripping hands. And then we get a pair of these open hands here. Very nice paint and sculpt again. I love how you can see the fingernail sculpted on there. So good job with that. So we get a pair of those. And then we get a left pointing finger hand. Nice sculpt and paint on this. So we do get that. And then we do get a right thumbs up hand. Nice sculpt and paint work on this as well. And then finally we get a right gripping hand, but it's just meant for him to grip onto the pouch on his slingshot, so it looks like he's about to fire it. And very nice sculpt and paint on this as well. But anyway, that is all the accessories included with Longnose. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of Longnose, it looks like he stands just about 7 inches tall. And then here he is compared to the Straw Hats, the Variable Action Heroes Sanji, the Variable Action Heroes Nami, the Variable Action Heroes Monkey D. Luffy, the Variable Action Heroes Nico Robin, and the Variable Action Heroes Roanoa Zoro. And then here he is compared to the Variable Action Heroes Trafalgar Law, the Variable Action Heroes Big Boobs McGee, the Variable Action Heroes Rob Lucci, and the Variable Action Heroes Portgas D. Ace. And then here he is compared to the SH Figure Arts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Shadowland Daredevil. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, we do have a ball joint on the ponytail, so it can swivel, it can hinge up and down, and then pivot. So we get alright movement at the ponytail there. And then we do get 2 points at the neck, so the upper neck joint, Usopp can look up about that much. As you see, it gets hindered by his ponytail, so if you took that off, you could actually have him look up a little bit more. Now going forward, he actually looks down a really good amount, so nice movement going forward at the upper neck joint, really good pivot there, and then it also swivels. The lower neck joint only goes forward a tiny bit, as you just saw, and that's really the only movement you get out of that lower neck joint. It doesn't really pivot, and it swivels a tiny bit, so that lower neck joint is kind of pointless. We do get a point of articulation at the torso under the chest, and it only goes forward and back a tiny bit, so that's really not the best movement there. Really does not pivot at the torso at all, and then it slightly swivels. Now the waist joint, very minimal forward and back movement, just like the torso. We do get a little bit of better pivot at the waist compared to the torso, and it does swivel a little bit better. So with both joints, you can crunch forward about that much and then go back about that much. So not the best movement at the waist and the torso. Now for the shoulders here,
We do have a nice joint in there, like a butterfly type joint that goes forward and back, and then one that goes up and down. So you do get a little bit of circular motion out of the shoulder. And then the arms go out to the sides about 90 degrees, and then you can't bring them all the way down, which does irritate me. They do go up and down. We do have the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that bend in all the way, so nice movement there. Then we do have a ball hinge at the wrist, so it does swivel and hinges back and forth. Now for the legs here, they do shift down. And then USOPP can only kick forward about that much, but you can bring the leg out to the side and bring it up about 90 degrees, but I don't like doing that. The legs do go back a tiny bit, and then they kick out to the side about 90 degrees. As you see, it doesn't stay because of how loose those damn leg joints are. We do have swivel at the upper thigh there. The one on the right thigh is kind of tight on mine, so I don't get the best movement out of it compared to the left one. We do have a double knee joint right here, or a double jointed knee, and it bends back all the way, so nice movement there, but for some reason the one on the right side doesn't have enough plastic either covering it on the top or at the knee joint, so that does bug me right there. So you can't go too far back with them. This one you do see like a little gap there, and it actually does swivel a little bit at the knee, so that's kind of weird. Now the legs, where the leg connects into the pants there, it actually swivels a tiny bit, but I mean it's very minimal. The ankles do swivel, they hinge up a pretty good amount, and then same with hinging down, and then we do get pretty good pivot there, as you can see. Not the best for Megahouse, but it is decent, and then we do get a very nice toe hinge. So overall, we do get some pretty decent articulation. Some spots really are not good at all, and those loose leg joints really suck badly. They need to stop giving us loose joints, because that can make and break a figure, you know what I mean? If you have loose joints, it's really gonna make your figure bad. So the articulation is disappointing, but it's good at the same time, and I'm about to show you some cool poses you can get USOPP into right about now.
But anyway, that is my review of the Variable Action Heroes One Piece USOPP. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I'd have to give it an even 7. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, you could head over to Agelessgeeks.com. Not sure when he'll be getting this in stock, maybe in a few weeks. And don't forget, if you purchase something from there, to enter in codename Daredevil to get yourself a 5% off discount. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell icon. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, just give it a thumbs up anyway, because action figures are awesome. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. We do get the window right there in the front of the box on the left side. Says One Piece on the top. We do get a picture of Sniper King. So we do get a basic style box for Mega And then the bottom of it has the blah blah stuff that nobody cares about. And we do damn. This is USOPP on the bottom, toy animation, and Megahouse. And then the bottom of it, the Variable Action Heroes Trafalgar Law, the Variable Action Heroes blah 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 blah. So we do get this face here that comes on the figure out of the packaging, which is the angry, out of the packaging, which is the serious type looking face, and they did a very nice job with that one. So we do get this one here with the peg on top, which is meant for his hat, which I do not have on here. Damn it. So very nice paint and sculpt on these, and they are very simple to chi-chi-cha. How you can see the fingernail sculpted on there. So we get a pair of those. So we do get a pair of fists, of course, which come on the figure out of the packaging. Whoopsie daisy. So now for the articulation, we do get 2 points at the neck, so the upper neck joint, chabi, chaba, cha cha. USOPP can only look up about that much. Whoops.